Winning Millionaire, Wednesday on ABC.
It's Chloe's last ride on 3 wheels before her first big kid bike. And it's Tiffany's first day as Director of Retail Operations. It's the last dance before Taylor heads off to college. And Tiara's first day of culinary training at Helms College. When you donate items to Goodwill, you help provide education, skills training, and career services for people seeking to realize their potential. And the things you loved get to start a new life too. Goodwill, where your things start new lives.
The CSRA is full of amazing women. Women who inspire. Women who innovate. Women who lead. That's why News Channel 6 brings you Women to Watch.
On the last Wednesday of each month, News Channel 6 recognizes local businesswomen who are making a positive impact in our community.
Nominate someone today at WJBF.com. Sponsored by the Barnes Law Office. Giving your best on News Channel 6. Amazing people doing amazing things for our community. That's what Giving Your Best represents. Everyday heroes making a difference right here in the CSRA.
Do you know a local volunteer who goes the extra mile to help others? Nominate them for the Giving Your Best Award at WJBF.com/GYB.
Giving Your Best on News Channel 6. Proudly sponsored by ScienceGo, Piedmont Augusta, and Security Federal Bank.
The Greater Augusta FCA Coaches Appreciation Banquet is on Thursday, November 12th. This year, welcoming our guest speaker, 4-time NBA All-Star Mark Price. Seating is limited. Reserve your table today.
Hi, I'm Richard Lawson, and we're celebrating Black excellence.
Celebrating Black Excellence 365, only on News Channel 6.
The Live 5-for-6 Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai.
Coming up on News Channel 6, a community grieving after 4 people were killed in Burke County last weekend. How some are honoring the victims. As your News at 6 starts right now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 6.
Well, good Saturday evening to you. I'm Kim Vickers. Thank you so much for joining us. Our coverage you can count on begins with the aftermath of a quadruple homicide in Burke County last weekend. The sheriff's office says it all began August 5th when Adolphus Morris got into an altercation with Betty Fort. They say Walter Bunch and Rebecca Oglesby broke up that altercation. After that, Morris went to a pawn shop in Jenkins County where he bought a gun. On August 7th, they say he used that gun to shoot and kill Betty Fort and her daughter, Jessica Carroll. Investigators believe Morris then stole Fort's car and went to a home on Twin Lakes Drive where he shot and killed Bunch and Oglesby. Saturday morning, they say Morris went to a home in Sardis and shot another victim who survived and identified him as the shooter. Morris was then tracked down by deputies and killed in a shootout early Sunday morning. Morris's sister, Patricia Morris, was arrested for hindering the apprehension of a criminal because she knew he was wanted by police and helped him find a place to stay. A community coming together to remember those 4 people killed in Burke County last weekend. Ryan Lynch was at today's ceremony in Sardis.
About 30 people gathered around this flagpole at T Park in Sardis to pray and offer each other comfort in wake of the tragedy.
My heart breaks.
And it's time now for a quick first check of your forecast with meteorologist Miller Hyatt. Miller, when I was outside a little bit ago, I felt like I was about to melt.
Yes, it is definitely a soupy air mass we're dealing with, Kim, once again. And that soupy air mass is humid, it's hot, and that combination is fueling showers and thunderstorms. We have a few feisty storms right now. Special weather statements out for Columbia and McDuffie. In fact, as I'm speaking now, that has been removed, so no longer strong, but still bringing a lot of lightning and heavy downpours. Another one that has also weakened, it's just pulsing up and then dying down just as fast. Very typical summer pattern. This one is moving through Washington County, so watch out Davisboro. Heading over towards Bamberg County, we have some isolated storms near Bamberg County, but really that's about it. A lot of spots are dry, but if you do see a storm, you'll definitely see a downpour, lightning, so head indoors when thunder roars. Some gusty winds right now near 20 in Gibson. We have a storm that is pushing on through Thompson right now. Cool things down to 81, but 97 Lincolnton, 86 degrees in Augusta. The airport had a storm push on nearby. Dew points from the 70s makes it feel like the triple digits, and it's going to continue to get hot as we go into the weekend. Details coming up in your forecast, Kim.
All right, Miller, thank you. Well, a Johnson County man is in jail facing several charges. On August 13th, 32-year-old Frederick Miller was arrested on charges including child molestation, aggravated child molestation, and aggravated sodomy. Authorities say the alleged incidents involved a child between 7 and 9 years old and occurred between 2021 and 2023. This investigation is ongoing. And Alec Murdaugh's attorneys want his second trial and lasts for 3 days. Well, as kindergarten and elementary school students across Georgia return to the classroom, a new state law is bringing changes to the way reading is taught. Cameron Sanders reports.
According to the Georgia Council on Literacy, only 38% of Georgia third graders can read proficiently. The Georgia Early Literacy Act places literacy coaches in kindergarten through third grade classrooms to aid students and teachers.
The role of the coach is to primarily strengthen teachers. So we're looking at taking a teacher through the coaching cycle, which would include modeling, doing some conferencing, doing some observations, looking at how the teacher is delivering that instruction.
Stephanie Falk, Director of District and School Effectiveness, emphasized that some students are having trouble bridging the gap between oral language and reading.
Your environment kind of dictates the words that you're able to learn, and then from there you can hear the words, but then with reading you have to see them. And then after you see the words and you understand it, then it's writing to express your thinking. And so we know that there are gaps as we look at those three different components.
While this law is geared toward younger students, the hope is that it prepares more young adults for the workforce.
As Georgia moves towards workforce development, we know that reading plays a huge part in students being able to decide on what they want their futures to look like. So if on the elementary level, if we can create strong readers, then we develop those students where they have choices in life, where they can choose their next step.
Next time on Jenny, we've all heard of doulas. They support expectant moms throughout their pregnancy and childbirth. But have you ever heard of an end-of-life doula? They give non-medical support to patients with terminal illness and their families. Retired nurse Nan Harrell talks to us about walking together doulas and the monthly gatherings that give people a non-judgmental place to talk about important end-of-life issues. She explains this is not the same as hospice care.
I can come in and be next to the family, next to the people that are taking care of the person who's at the end of life. Because with our big population of people who are above 65, hospices are getting busier and busier. And so end-of-life doulas are the cushion in between.
Details about walking together doula, plus a local grief educator, and one family's mission to honor the memory of the baby boy they lost to cancer, all in for Miller. Tuesday at 12:30 on Jenny.
The heat advisory is now extended into tomorrow through 8 p.m. Heat indices up to 110 degrees, and it's only going to get hotter next week. Details in your forecast.
You can't always choose the weather, but you can choose your weather app. Go with the most accurate and most trusted, the Live Viper 6 mobile app. Download it today.
Keisha Lynn's Bottoms.
A pirate ship.
Knock, knock. I'm in here, sweetheart. And how's my favorite gardener?
Oh, my knee's been too much trouble lately.
Well, luckily you married my second favorite gardener, huh?
Did I ever tell you Harold proposed in this very room 50 years ago this week?
Didn't he drop your ring?
Rolled right under the couch.
Okay, everything looks good. Just one last thing.
You remember?
You're not just inviting us into your home. You're inviting us into your life.
I've investigated.
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
I'm tracking showers and thunderstorms on Live Viper 6. A few of them were strong with special weather statements, mainly for gusty winds and small hail and lightning, but those have since weakened, but still they are pretty feisty as we have this hot and humid air mass bringing instability, and these storms are popping up very quickly, but of course they are dying down just as fast. So if you do see a storm, you'll see a quick downpour and lightning, and then it'll be out of here as just as quick as that. So right now we're at the airport. We did have a storm earlier that has cooled us down, but now we're starting to see some peaks of sunshine off in the distance. We've got the American flag flying, so definitely is a little bit of a breeze out there. 86 degrees, even though it is much cooler than just an hour or so ago at the airport, it is still very humid, which makes it feel like 95 degrees. So the big setup is this big ridge of high pressure. We've been talking about it for a week or so now. It continues to be in place and is strengthening, and we're going to continue to see the high temperatures in the upper 90s to possibly even hitting 100 in Augusta as we go into Monday, which would be the hottest day of the year so far. And what this ridge is doing is suppressing the air, which acts as a lid and keeps the hot temperatures near the surface. At the same time, it's preventing us from seeing widespread washout rain. We'll see these pop-up storms here and there, but it's not going to be anything major, no widespread conditions, so we're not looking at any cancellation of plans. Just keep an eye on the sky. The bigger thing you need to watch out for is the dangerous heat, so make sure you're staying hydrated, have the bright colored clothing, loose-fitted clothing to keep you cool. Also have those electrolytes in, avoid alcohol. If you're spending out time outdoors for very long periods of time, you also want to check on the elderly, make sure your pets are okay, make sure the kids are okay too. So walking you through Futurecast hour by hour, we'll see some spotty storms continuing for the next few hours. We lose the daytime heating, that means we lose the chance overnight, and then tomorrow afternoon we're going to repeat. We have more showers and storms bubbling on up, and a few of those could be strong once again. Monday morning we're dry, and then maybe a spotty shower storm in the afternoon, so it'll be drier. It'll also be hotter as we go into the early of next week. Tuesday morning dry, then maybe a sprinkle or two, but it's going to be a drier day on Tuesday. Then Wednesday we start off dry with maybe a spotty storm once again in our northern counties. So that's just the story of the day. We keep going back and forth between this hot and stormy pattern. So in taking a look at your 10-day forecast, Monday is definitely going to be a scorcher, 100 degrees for the actual temperature. Heat indices up to about 110 to 115 degrees. So it is going to be a very important day to stay inside if possible.
Yeah, definitely. Please be careful out there. Drink plenty of water and stay cool.
Yes.
All right, Noah, thank you. Well, lockdown has been lifted at Virginia State University. Lockdown has been lifted at Virginia State University after a shooting outside residence halls left 5 people injured, one of them critically. We'll have the latest up next. But first, here's a look at your winning South Carolina lottery numbers. Your pick 3 numbers are 6, 1, and 2, and your pick 4 numbers are 0, 2, 0, 3, and your fireball is 2. We'll be right back.
The WJBF Live Viper 6 Skyview Network is sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Low prices, big selection, and committed to quality customer service.
.com.
Hi, Suzanne Lily Honeymichael here with Hardwood Floors & More. Did you know we offer military discounts on all regular price products? From flooring to lighting to furniture and more, we are truly thankful for those that have served. So all active and retired military can save 10%. Whether you want to do it yourself or need our flooring specialist to handle the installation, Hardwood Floors & More is the place to call. Visit our showroom today in Evans. Hardwood Floors & More, where we have so much more in store for you.
You endure the heat and the snow. You lose your voices and your minds. You believe every game matters. And so do we. CW College Football. Follow News Channel 6 on Instagram.
Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
Volleyball season is here in the Peach State, and there's no better way to get it going than with a play day inside Lakeside High School's brand new gym. Now, play day has been going on for years here in the CSRA, and Lakeside was able to host this year with a brand new gym fitting more teams on the court than previously. 8 schools were in attendance: Greenbrier, Evans, Grovetown, and Lakeside, who were all from Columbia County. And then there was St. Vincent's Academy, ARC, Savannah Christian, and Statesboro. They were the other teams that were part of Play Day. Both ARC and Lakeside coaches say this tournament helps prepare them for other tournaments and for the season.
A day like this is great. We had a couple of matches this week already. First game we played, we looked like we didn't know what we were doing. Thursday, we played a great match against Grovetown. Today, they got us. But playing this high-level competition is what we've always done, and it helps us get ready for region competition and things like that. So it's great. I love this play day every year.
We just have to work, and so we practice every single day for 2+ hours possibly, and then we'll play 4 or 5 Saturdays just like this.
ARC and Lakeside, they faced off against each other for the last match of the day. Now, let's look at some NFL preseason action. We got the Carolina Panthers traveling up to Buffalo to take on the Bills in the new Highmark Stadium. We'll start in the first quarter. Josh Allen under center, rolls out right, pump fakes a man, steps up, looks for the open receiver in the end zone, and that's caught by Keon Coleman. First touchdown in Highmark Stadium. Now 33 seconds left in the second. Kenny Pickett throws it right into the end zone. The receiver grabs it, and that's a touchdown. They finally get on board. Let's head to the fourth quarter here as the Bills, they're going to have the ball. Handoff right up the middle. Ian Wheeler, he gets in to the end zone. Touchdown. They continue to tackle the score against the Panthers, but with 25 seconds left in the fourth, they throw it into the back of the end zone. Panthers get a touchdown, but it just wasn't enough for them as they lose to the Bills 29-14.
Now, I like to pick on my husband. He's a huge Panthers fan, so I would say to him, not surprising.
Yeah, not surprising, but they won the first preseason game, so.
Well, I mean, it's preseason, we'll see. But I have to say, I'm so excited. Football season.
Yes,
Football
yes,
season.
Yes, you can taste it.
Yes, and you guys had football Friday night last night.
Yes,
So
it was awesome.
great for you. All right, well, thank you. And we may have another classic remake on our hands. We'll tell you all about it up next.
Well, time now for a final check of your weather. We've got a scorcher on tap. There's so many ways I can say it's hot, but I'm just going to say scorcher, sweltering, steamy sauna. 100 degrees for the actual temperature Monday, which will be the first time Augusta has hit 100 this year. And then storms as we go into the end of next week to help us cool down a little bit in the low 90s.
All right, well, that's all we've got for now. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back again tonight at 11. Have a good night.
Breaking news.